So,
How's it going?
not bad, not bad.
Welcome to another episode of the You and Jeju. What's been going on, Alexis? It's been 2 weeks since we last did
It has
this.
been 2 weeks. Officially, humidity has descended on the island.
Yes.
Oh, you are awful. I hate it. I hate it.
You have two options.
To move, yes,
No.
I know. Okay, well, all right.
You have two
Friendlier
options.
options. Okay,
You
go
have
ahead.
two options: either to embrace it
No.
and love it,
No.
or just be miserable. Those are your
How are
options.
you? How are you embracing humidity when you're like the what do I use? You're like the curmudgeon
Yeah.
of everything. How are you embracing this? Why is this the one thing you choose to
How-
embrace?
I
Why?
embrace it.
Why is this the thing?
I lie back like a seal and just
Oh
sweat.
God, it's awful. I can't even. You can't sleep. You can't move. This
I
is
love
how.
waking up and having
Ugh.
like drenched sheets. I love it.
What is wrong with you?
What do you mean? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with you? You have two options: either abhor it or love it.
This is
That's
coming
it.
from the man who's the biggest grumpy grump that I know. And then this is the one thing that you're like, well, I'll just accept this. I can't even with you right now. So for you listeners out there, actually, Darryl did me a favor and turned on the aircon in his house today for me. And but we're still in this little office, and I'm still, sweating.
Mm,
Yeah,
I
It's hot
love it.
here.
Me too.
Okay,
I'm
well,
just here. Whew.
I think we should probably change the subject because you're just getting me worked up. I'm just getting upset with
So,
you.
Okay, so we
Okay.
actually have news to impart upon you. We are both very lucky people because we are both vaccinated against the coronavirus,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Our first shot. Let's be
First
clear.
shot.
That was our first shot.
I know. Which is fantastic because now we're among the 100,000 people on the island who have gotten their first dose. It's a lot now. 100,000 people have gotten their first dose.
They are not messing around now. Like it was just trickling, and we were all very concerned about ourselves, about everything. We're all very concerned, but they are just all of Korea is just like wham bam, knocking them out.
And it couldn't have come at a better time because I'm assuming that you know this, right? Like the
Well, I don't know.
Jeju is just being inundated.
Oh, the
with,
tourists
with cases.
Yeah.
No, with cases.
Oh, with cases. Sorry,
Right?
cases and tourists.
Today, as of today,
Yeah.
over the last 7-day period, the island has posted 102 cases within those 7 days.
Which is madness for this island.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but comparatively, it is the highest rate in Korea.
Mhm. Yeah, and again, it doesn't seem a lot to our friends back home in Canada and the States, but this is a small island, and for this island to have the highest numbers in all of Korea, that's absurd. Like per
It's per million.
yeah, but you know what I mean.
21 people per 1 million testing positive.
Yeah.
And Seoul is at 19.7 people per million, and Daegu's at 19.2. There are places that are much lower, but Jeju right now at 21 people per 1 million people tested. We don't have 1 million people on the island, right?
It's crazy. And it's only locals, these numbers. It's not even tourists. That's the big thing.
majority
That's
of
what's scarier. Because before we could all just be like the angry locals, get off my lawn, get off my island. But no, now it is families and
It's
the
local.
business. It's all local. So
Well, like you said, give
give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Give me that vaccine.
You want another one?
No, I know.
Another 2 or 3?
All your numbers. Yeah, hit me with more
No,
numbers.
I don't. I actually.
Do you have more numbers?
Well, I got.
You always have numbers, Darryl. Come
Okay,
on.
so let me. I gotta work through this.
You gotta work.
I gotta work through
It's
this.
gonna-
My
okay.
script, if you can't see. So the
Okay.
increase happened amid an influx, massive influx of tourists to the islands. Now, how big do you think it is? The massive influx of tourists. Since I'm saying massive, I'm assuming you're going to say it's
massive.
influx.
Well, I knew based on the hotels being booked and the flights. I'm not good with numbers like you are, but I do think it's a big old number.
Well, compared to like pre-pandemic age, like time
Okay.
back in 2019, we're at 97% of domestic tourism. So it's almost at the same it was. Domestic tourism, we're not talking international
Right.
tourists. International tourists is still like very, very low. But domestic tourists has kicked up to such a degree in the last 2 months. So during the last 2 months, both of them, we've had more than 1 million people come to the island.
Wow.
1 million people. So that's why
That is mind blowing.
Right.
There's no rental cars. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing available.
hotels are gone.
Hotels are booked completely.
Because no one can go anywhere, right? Other than Jeju on the mainland.
I had a friend say it best. You can't blame the mainlanders because if I lived on the mainland, I would also be trying to come to Jeju to do something. So my friend said it best by embracing that, but I still sit at home and I'm the curmudgeon in this. I'm like, just stay off the islands, get off my lawn. That's
Get off
honest,
my
get
beach.
off my beach. beach.
Yeah. Well, okay. So for reference and to see how much it has gone, like let's go to February. February, the domestic tourism to Jeju. I mean, it was February though, so
right.
But it was 26% of what it was pre-pandemic.
But let's be real. It's February. February in Jeju is nobody. Even us locals leave the islands in February. So yeah, but then next month, March
jumped to 84%.
Wow.
Right. So it's a good thing that we were vaccinated when we were.
Yes.
How was
100% agreed. Yeah, mine was really simple, really easy. I got the phone call and was just like, here's what was surprising to me is I got the phone call and it was actually booking in advance. I thought it was going to be like, get here, you have 15 minutes, go, go, go. And I thought it was going to be like a James Bond type like mission, right? Like get there and did I make it in time?
Right.
But no, they scheduled me out for like 3 days in advance. No, that's a lie. I wouldn't want to say like almost 5 days in advance.
Which is confusing because
very confusing. And
for context, the reason what happened was we're getting the leftover cases, the leftover doses because we're still not eligible. It's only for older people. And so we were under the impression that you'd get a phone call, you have an hour to get to there.
Before they throw it away or give it to someone else.
But that's not the case.
No, it's,
mine too.
Well, how was your mine? Like I said, mine was easy. I was in and out. I went to a pediatrician in my up in the neighborhood and only one older woman was there with me. She left. I was the only one there. He was nice. They talked through things. Bam! Right? Yeah. The second day was not fun. Like it's not as bad as I was hearing like other people talk about on, social media and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't like having a great time. I'm glad I didn't have to work. I made sure the second day, and then
same.
And then I've been tired, but I do it all again. I have no qualms about the side effects that I have. I'm so grateful to get vaccinated.
I just couldn't sleep. That was it.
We talked about that. Yeah. Versus me, I haven't slept better than I've been sleeping so well.
But my experience of getting this vaccine is something that I wanted to talk about because I actually think it similar to the driving on Jeju. It's a problem in some regards, and the fact that I go to this clinic and it's empty, and we're sitting there waiting to get our vaccine.
And your wife?
My wife and I waiting to get shot. And all of a sudden, this door opens up, and one of the nurses starts yelling at another nurse.
Oh.
But there was a woman in there.
Oh, no.
And her posterior just waving in the way. And I turn away as fast as I possibly could because, and the door's open. She kind of like lying there on the bed, looking at us, which we're parked in front of the door.
Yeah.
And this is happening right there. And the reason why I mentioned this is
no privacy.
This is not necessarily uncommon.
No. In Korea in general, but then Jeju even more so based on what I understand. Yeah. The privacy of I've had doctors nurses come and have whole conversations with me in the waiting room of packed things, asking me personal. I'm like, and I'm looking around like, no? And nobody, it's so common here.
It's a problem because
it's a huge problem.
When Jeju talks about internationalizing itself and it needs to bring these standards up.
Agreed.
Right? Just like driving, you got to bring these standards up.
If you want to be as international as you keep advertising yourself to be, then it needs to have. Yeah.
This place was empty. And
still
empty. Yeah. So I actually
I don't know what I would do. Yeah, what did you say?
Not about that. I completely ignored that.
I was like, God, what did you say?
No, but I asked, so I had, I'm working all the time. And so I wanted to ask the nurse, how does it feel bringing the pandemic and personal pandemics end with every single jab?
Yeah.
And so we ask her this, and she's just like, it's too busy to think, and it's completely empty.
Oh.
The place was like,
and
we
she's
were the only
people. I'm so busy.
Yeah, and it's just like,
that.
Okay.
You're like, all right then.
But to the point about the professionalism, when I first got on Jeju, and this was more than a decade ago, so we need to keep that in mind. You had to get a healthcare check as a teacher, doctor.
Still, so that now everyone does it once a year.
Yeah. So, and I went to the Sogipo hospital, took off my shirt, and if you can't tell, I'm quite manly. I have the hairy chest, and that was the response that my doctor had when I took off my shirt.
No,
he laughed at me.
Really?
Yep. And I'm just like, so you're gonna, if I have cancer, or if
starting out so well.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right? Like, imagine your doctor laughing at you.
I can imagine, because women also have experiences, going to women doctors, gynecologists. We have a lot of women's groups on the islands. We have a women's group, but in Korea we have women's group, and there's just stories where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. So that story is not surprising to me at all. I would have to say it's happened to almost all the women who's gone to the doctor here. Yeah.
Well, I was hoping
some sort of
it changed because of that was a decade ago. But then this poor woman.
This poor woman with her derriere all up. Oh my gosh. I don't know what anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're ready to talk. We gotta
let's keep moving.
Let's go on to our second segment, which is we have a me, no, not me, you, and Jeju. We are me and you, Jeju. We have a Jeju dialect corner brought to you by GS25 and Jumoon. Let's go. And now it's time for another segment of our very popular segment, Jeju Dialect Corner, with our teacher, Teacher Lim Hyun Jeong. Thank you so much for being with us again.
I'm happy to be here. Not really.
We continue to pressure her into this, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're not holding her against her will. We're paying her with beer from GS25 in Jungmoon, across the street from the Ichigu. When in Jungmoon, hit up GS25.
Wow, that was smooth. Good job, Darryl. You're getting good at that.
Smooth like butter.
All right.
Now, Hyunjung, what are we learning today?
I think you're gonna explain to us.
Darryl, it's on you.
No, it's on me. So today we are going to learn how to say to someone, take care, in Korean, as like a way of saying goodbye.
Yeah.
It's a common expression in English. Is there a way to say it in Jeju Satori?
We say 맹심행갑서.
Why is this so hard for me? I get so nervous as soon as she says it. I immediately get so nervous when you say it. And I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. One more time.
맹심행갑서.
I'm a visual learner. I've fully accepted that now.
So
try it, Darryl.
맹심해 갑사.
맹심행.
맹심행.
I can do that. 맹심행 갑사.
Oh, that's very good.
All right,
That's
go
very
ahead.
You have been practicing it.
I have been practicing. I'm on our own Instagram looking at the videos by myself in the house.
Curious, when was the last time you said this to somebody?
Never used it, actually.
Oh, really?
Have you ever heard someone use this expression before?
Oh, like 맹심하다? Like it means like be careful.
Oh,
right.
Like
okay.
we say like 맹심행갑서. I think like I heard when like my parents' age they use it often. Though.
Yeah.
So when I see Abanim and I want to say goodbye and I say 맹심행 갑사, how would he be very impressed with me? Would I get son-in-law points?
Sure.
That's a confident answer.
Yeah, she did sound so positive.
Yeah,
would they also respond in the same exact phrase?
I'm sorry.
If I was in the market and I said this, would the person also respond with this same or just anything? Goodbye, anything?
I think like you use it to like your friends more. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
So more intimate, not just a stranger. Okay,
Oh, that's good to know.
That's very important to know.
That's good to know. Now, I guess that's been another segment.
Another exciting segment.
A golden segment of Jeju Dialect
Thank
Corner.
you, teacher, for coming back to help us.
Yeah, see you next time.
맹심행 갑사.
Oh, that's
I will.
good.
Yeah, I will.
Hey.
And when in Jungmoon, hit up GS25.
A double plug.
I got to get paid somehow.
Yeah, that's true. All right, see you next week, guys.
Ciao.
Yeah, that was a fun word, wasn't it, to learn? I swear to you, I think I am learning more based on our Instagram posts because I am a visual learner and you can't just say, she's sitting right next to us and she's speaking this word as clear as day in my ear and I just can't grasp it. So after you post all these videos of the dialect, I'm just like on my phone, reading it like an old woman, trying to get these things. But that was a really fun word to know. Like it's so.
맹심행 Kapsa, Mengshim
Yeah, we're gonna practice
Kapsa.
that. Yeah, but that's fun. So, and again, that's just something you would do with somebody that you already knew, or at least had a relationship with. Like, for instance, if it's the same restaurant you've been going to for 9 months, that would be appropriate to say as you're on your way out the door. So yeah, that's cool.
So now, let's talk about.
This is exciting.
You think so?
Yeah, well, yeah, because we just had the podcast with Juju on 2 podcasts ago. We had Ju Young, the founder of Save Jeju Bada, and we were literally talking about Starbucks and trash, and then come to find out. Jeju is like the startup of this new thing.
Yeah, so for people to understand, Starbucks early this month inked a deal with the Ministry of Environment and the Jeju provincial government to discontinue the use of disposable cups, starting with 4 stores on the island.
On Jeju specifically.
Yeah, and there are 26.
Yeah.
Which is
Isn't
ton.
That... So, Darryl, this is where I'm yet again the curmudgeon, because you don't want to get me started on these cafes on this island, and then for me to hear that there's 26 Starbucks, I get all riled up in my belly.
Especially since there were none when we got here.
There was nobody even knew what a Starbucks was. Now everybody's got to have it in their hand, and but four pilot stores,
and the plan is to see customers pay a deposit of about a chunon,
which is
90 cents American for a reusable cup, which they can return at the airport or at other Starbucks, and also SKT phone mobile places like the stores. They're everywhere.
I think the biggest news about this is that you can do it at the airport. I thought that if you're going to do this right, Starbucks is doing it. If you're going to make this an initiative, I do believe that they went full at it. Do you know what I mean? Like to have the foresight to even put one in the airport. Go ahead.
Well, this plan actually started in 2018 in Seoul, but it was discontinued because of the pandemic, right?
Okay.
Like that has brought in hygiene in. You can't reuse cups.
Yeah.
These cups are reusable, but the lids will not be.
Okay.
The lids will still be the plastic lids, but that's for hygiene reasons,
that's
right?
Interesting. Okay.
And a demonstration of this, whatever that means, of this system will be held on the island July 6th, according to a press release about this initiative. Now,
maybe they're gonna have a star come down and show how to order it and how
K-pop
to throw
group.
it. Yeah, K-pop group will order it. They'll throw it in the bin. They'll get their chunwon back.
And they're going to start off with 1 million reusable cups.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, with the goal of eliminating 16,000 disposable cups a month.
On Jeju.
On Jeju.
In only 4 stores. That's the number.
Yeah.
16,000 cups. 4 stores, 1 small island.
And when they plan to ramp it up to all the stores, all 26, they hope it to be saved 5 million disposable cups a year.
Awesome.
Now that's, I'm going to use it. Can I just keep the cup? Because I go there frequently enough.
I would think, but when I was reading the article, the last paragraph was a little bit interesting. Like the kind of material they're using, it doesn't seem to me like it's reusable, but I don't think it's like reusable for a year. I think that's the point, is that it will break down easier, but not once or twice or 5 or 10
That sounds like
times.
a challenge. So when these cups come out, I'm going to get it, and we're going to see how long it takes before it degrades. I drink like 7 cups of coffee a day.
Into your system. It won't be degrading on to your desk. You'll be degrading it in your. All right. Well, we'll talk.
I put other stuff.
Okay. As we're both drinking here. Yeah.
Well, now let's throw to Juju, as you call her, Han Ju-young, the founder.
I should probably stop doing that, but yes.
Of Jeju, Save Jeju Bada, to talk more about this. And now here with us to speak to more about this new development with Starbucks and Jeju Island is Han Ju-young, the founder of Save Jeju Bada. Thank you so much for being back with us again. This is nice.
Hello.
Yeah, thanks again.
For having me back.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. When this article came out, immediately Darryl messaged me and was like, we have to get Juju back on the podcast. So we appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, so the last time we talked, we were discussing one of the more prominent issues when it comes to trash on Jeju, which has to do with the disposable cups. Starbucks early this month announced that it will be starting a plan to discontinue their use by making customers use reusable cups. How do you feel about this program? What are your thoughts?
Well, it's good that Starbucks is, starting that program, like the same program we talked about last time. But what concerns me is that, like Jeju government should step up, and then they have to come up with a way, to do that program, including all the cafes on Jeju. They shouldn't depend on a specific company like Starbucks to reduce single-use cups.
Right.
So, but I mean, it's a good start, and I believe that more good things will come from that program. So we'll see.
That's sort of what you said last time, Juju, was that you really wish that the government would be the one. Also, what's really interesting, our last guest was Brenda. She also said the same exact words you said, which is she really wished that the government would do more, not just leaving it to the people and the company. So, yeah. I do think, though, with someone as big as Starbucks and how popular they are with this initiative, it'll be very interesting to see how many people fall in line behind them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like the one good thing about Starbucks is being the one that's starting that program is that because like people in Korea love Starbucks so much, and Starbucks has like greenwashed their brand so long that like people actually think that Starbucks is eco-friendly, environmentally friendly company, right? So maybe people think, if Starbucks is doing it, it must be a cool thing to do, and I think maybe that will help reduce, like the resistance from people, like using reusable cups and stuff like that. So I think that's a good thing.
Now, small steps, Juju, small steps.
Do you think people will actually use it? Because it's only $1. It's chunwon, 90 cents American, as a deposit for the cup. Do you think that's enough of an incentive for people to actually return it?
Well, the thing is, like you can drop it off at the airport as well. I think that's
super helpful.
Really, it's really good point on this program. And if people litter that cup, I think somebody else will pick it up and then return that cup for $1. It's $1 is a lot actually. If you think about, like soju is how much is it? Like 500 won? Something like that.
It's half a soju.
Is a lot actually. Yeah.
Right. Well, because just the other day at Jungmun Beach, there's no garbage cans there, and right beside the cafe there's just tons of coffee cups.
Yes,
just
all
stacked
just
up,
stacked
and
up.
it's disgusting.
Yeah,
truly is. So, but now it might be worth a little fortune.
Yeah, you could go collect all those, turn them in.
Seriously, people, drive around and then pick up like a paper, box, for money. So I think cups is, small. It doesn't take up a lot of space.
Stackable.
I would do that. Yeah.
So the goal is that this will like reduce reusable cups by like 16,000 a month, and eventually 5 million a year on Jeju. Is that a substantial amount? Will you notice a difference, you think, when you pick up stuff at the beach?
So like now, like Starbucks is starting with only 4 stores, right?
Right. Moving to 26 eventually. But so right now it's going to be 16,000 cups a month they're hoping to get rid of. Reusable cups to get rid of.
That's a pretty big number.
Yeah. Do you think that'll make an indent?
Well, it's really hard to tell, I guess. But I think we should, focus on not only on that, like how many cups we, how much cup
we save, but no, that's okay. So how many cups we're not using, basically, right?
Yeah. So the thing is like we definitely number, like how much cups we can save is like important. But the thing is like we should focus on like more on how people will accept, adapt to that kind of change, and then hopefully the Starbucks will expand the program to other stores in not only on Jeju, but like in Korea, and then also hopefully like other countries as well. So I think, people.
It'll catch on hopefully.
I think you've said it just like you said it last time. I mean, it's these small steps, but hopefully it goes somewhere.
Well, again,
sorry.
No.
Thank you so much for being with us. For all those listening, check out her Instagram page, Save Jeju Bada. She's got great photos there. You're out there almost every day cleaning our lovely beaches.
I try. I try.
You really do.
To pick up trash every day.
And also, for anyone listening, go to her Instagram, but also sign up. You can message her, and she will let you know when and where to get all the products, to help go clean up the beach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So let's, I just want to thank her, Hanju, again, for being with us for that. That was great. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. Now, final segment. This is another story I didn't really want to talk about.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm
curious.
Anything that hits international news, I don't really want to talk about,
okay.
Right?
Already has the last one was the casino heist.
Well, no, the casino heist, and then we had the hotel.
The hotel that you could see through the showers, the sauna.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Now I'm nervous. Just get to it.
The Washington Post, Britain's Independent, Vice News, and others covered Jeju Space Out competition. Did you hear about this?
I didn't know it was on Jeju, but I do know that South Korea does host this event, but I didn't know they were doing it on Jeju.
Yeah, they brought it to Jeju this year at the Healing Festival Forest. And so
wow. Is it finished?
It's done. We have a winner.
How did I not get an invite? I'm too anxious to sit around, but I would like to try.
This is the most Korean competition I can think of.
When I heard this, do you know how long ago it started? Because I first heard about it. Yeah, of course you do.
It started in 2014.
Yes, because I know that I had heard about it at least 2 years ago, and the videos and the pictures were crazy because it's this massive Olympic-sized field, and everyone's just sitting literally spaced out from each other and spaced out into themselves, and people are like showing videos. I'm like, this is Korean.
Yeah. Well, I don't like talking about these stories because I don't think international news gets it right because they just think because it's like catchy.
It is. It's
niche and whatever, but it's much more interesting than that.
All
actually,
right,
because,
what hit me?
Well, it's founded by an artist, right? Like a visual artist started this
in 2014.
Yeah, artist Whoops Young. I don't know. We should actually have her on.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. Yeah, because and the Bali life in Seoul is what she was. What she started it as, and the competition.
Slow down, take a breath. Not you. The Bali life. I'm trying to tell our audience. The Bali life is Korea's way of living, which means fast. Go, quick. So she wanted to counteract that.
Yeah, and so the competition is the person, and they measure your heart rate. To see,
no way. Is it that serious? I thought it was just like sitting and not moving.
Yeah, no.
Or like
a bit of that, but you measure your heart rate to see who is the calmest, the most zen over a 90-minute period. And they did this in the Healing Forest in Seogwipo with a bunch of people came up to it. And then they also have a voting competition to select the people who appear the most zen.
Who visually looked zen.
It's such a weird, how to make something that's supposed to be relaxing.
That's probably all about the outfit.
Make something that's supposed to be relaxing a competition. It's such a Korean thing.
Meditation is supposed to be between you and you and you.
Yeah, but now you got to beat somebody.
Now you got to beat someone in meditation. Oh, that's well. Who's the winner?
They didn't. None of the articles actually mentioned because they didn't care.
Oh, they just wanted to say it was a Zen out competition,
and they wanted to talk about the fact that it's during a pandemic, and to get people.
That is true.
Yeah,
to get people to relax.
Yeah. I just thought it was cool. I'd like to have her on, and I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, we should.
I couldn't do that. It's so boring.
Well, I've had to really teach myself. I have an app on my phone actually to meditate because I do believe in the power of meditation, and it really has changed my life. Even in the last 6 months, I see a massive difference in my internal chattering. Yeah. And so I do believe meditation is super important, but I can't eat 90 minutes. And then to have people next to me.
Yeah.
And then to have people filming me. Like, no, I can barely do it on my sofa alone.
I'd fall asleep. Like,
what does that count? Because your heart rate must go down at that point, right?
Yeah, I think every time I've tried to meditate, I've just kind of. Do you
think you could get us a picture to post on our internet for that?
Sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Now, the last thing before we throw to our interview with Omar is I'd like to I don't have anything to present you with.
Me or the audience?
No, you.
Oh, okay.
Alexis, I have nothing to actually give to you.
Oh.
How do I articulate? We are owners of a company.
Did you buy something?
I did buy something.
Stop it. This is so exciting. Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Because last time, ours. We have our company.
No, I have bought. We have bought.
Did we buy stock in beer?
We did buy stock. Yes. In Jeju beer.
Yes.
This
is exciting.
We've already lost money.
Are we millionaires? What? Do you see how excited I got?
Yeah.
I hope nobody tunes into the YouTube video just to see my face go like this and then drop. I was like, and have we made money?
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
We have 30 shares.
We have 30 shares
of the Jeju Beer Company.
Boom.
Yeah.
And that's very exciting. I've never owned something like that. No. I don't care if we lost money. We're only going to get more money.
Sure. Well,
right?
It's a good excuse to buy more beer.
Yeah, is that a fingers crossed? Now all my friends, they're not going to have choices in the beer they get.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into one of those owners, the monopoly owners.
Yeah, so I'm gonna update us on our stocks and see how we're doing.
Tell us the numbers.
Well, we bought. You could
have at least printed me out a certificate or something. Damn, Darryl.
I mean, it's on a phone. How do I?
I don't know. I want to be an owner. I want it in a frame. I want it back here. You need to print something.
Yeah.
I need
I'll get it.
Back here.
I'll get something. But I don't know how.
Hit me with a number. Sorry about the dog yapping. The dog just came home.
Yeah. So we bought it about 6,001. Remember, it came out on May 28th.
So it's brand new.
And it went skyrocket up from $3, 3,001 to 6. And now it's back down to, as of today, 4,481.
Yeah.
So we've lost a little because we didn't buy it on the first day.
Oh, okay.
But, it's a game of patience. It's a game of patience.
Stock market's a game of patience. It's a long haul.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So I have 15 and you have 15?
Who gets the other percent? You mean 50?
Yeah.
The company. So that's actually about time we have to throw to our interview, especially since it's a wee one. Hey, sweetheart.
Hi, Aurora.
Hey, Aurora's interview coming by.
Lovely lady. Come here. Come on. Hello. Can you say hi to everybody?
Oh my God, she's so sweaty.
She's so sweaty. It's so hot.
Why are you sucking your thumb? You don't suck your thumb.
She smells good. All right, guys.
No.
It's ending in chaos.
Okay, now we're going to go to our interview with Omar. Thanks very much for watching. And now with us is Omar Benassila, the frontman musician of Omar and the Eastern Power. Now, he's with us right now because he also has an EP coming out called Sunshine. It's now available everywhere where streaming's available. And soon, he's going to be coming out with a 7-inch vinyl record. Congratulations, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you guys for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, we're excited. Yay!
So, let's start off with the song. Tell us a little bit about the song that just came. When did it come out? And tell us a little bit about it.
Well, there are 2 songs in this EP. Mm-hmm. One is called Sunshine. One is called Hechalin. Hechalin is a Moroccan word meaning until where. And Sunshine was made a couple of years ago on a jam nearby Halim, my old house. I think Alexis.
I've been there. I might even been in the audience. Yeah.
Yes. And we created this song, and it was a beautiful day. We were also feeling really nice, and we created the song, and we liked it so much. And then we kept it in the closet for a while, and then we kind of developed it bit by bit until now it's online and it's finalized. So yeah, there is that. Sunshine is a little bit like kind of upbeat.
Definitely upbeat.
Yeah. Very happy kind of mood. It's a little bit different from the music that we made before, which is a little bit darker and kind of psychedelic. But this is a little bit bright. And
That's true.
the second song.
Wait, let me say, yeah, that's true, Omar, because I didn't even really think about that, but I've been listening to you guys play out for years, and I just went to hear Omar play, 3 weeks ago, Omar? And when that song came on, that vibe was energy. Like real, I mean, all your music, but there's times when your psychedelic stuff, it's more like people sit back and they relax and they let it wash. This time, everybody was up dancing in their chairs. You know, it was high energy. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, nice. Yeah, and then so tell us, and then the second song.
Like to experiment maybe with new stuff.
Yeah.
The second song is a little bit more. It's a little bit more like our old style. It's inspired from desert blues, which is like. Some sort of blues-ish kind of music from the desert, which is called desert blues. And it's I like actually the second song for me personally.
That's your favorite?
A little bit moody.
Yeah,
it's kind of deep and I like them both.
Yeah, of course you do.
Enjoy and figure out which one.
How long did you work on these songs for?
It depends. Sometimes songs are like made very quick. Sometimes songs have been made a long time ago, and I just like bring them up again. So every song is kind of a unique situation. Yes.
Yeah.
See, because
then I create. Yeah.
No, because I'm a writer and I write short fiction and all that kind of stuff, and I find it very a lengthy process to put something together that's actually really short. Is it the same thing with music? Do you have to work on it for like sometimes months to get a...
Yes, we do. Yes. Months, sometimes years. And I think, but they're all different. Of course, some songs, they're like, the way how they are perfect. You know, that rawness about them is what it is. And
that's cool.
You know how it feels like. And some songs, they're like, they need a bit of developing, and also, you know, we change also with the time, like our personalities changes and everything changes too. So we would like to add this kind of new personalities that we become into the songs, right? To create something new. And basically, we just have to keep things fun for us. So when we release something, we are like, oh, this is us. This is not me like 3 years ago that now I want to create it. No, I want the song to be me right now, so I can feel good about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like that.
Well, you just mentioned that, you know, like certain songs but you've also been playing with these guys for quite some time now. How long has this version of Omar and the Eastern Power been together?
The four of us now, I believe, I'm not sure.
I don't even know. I was thinking about this quite a while.
It's like, because time flies here in Jeju. Yes. So I think it's 5 years.
5 years,
Maybe
okay.
It's 5 years or more. I'm not sure, but I think it's like that. I think 5 years is kind of fair enough.
Yeah.
But I met Wail, the drummer, pretty long time ago. So like we've been connecting for a while.
Time, yeah.
And then Taehyun, the bassist, and Gino, the guitarist, they joined us in the band, and it is what it is now.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be an idiotic question, but is Jeju at all inspiring for music? Does it inspire? Because, like I said, I don't know anything about music here, so I'm just curious because there seems to be a lot of musicians on Jeju.
I think I'm not sure about everybody, because this is like a very general question to answer. But for me personally, it's more about time and the space. So it gives, and you know, you are free to do other jobs and, you know, have that kind of experience and then bring it back and think about it and process it, right? But like back when I was in Seoul, it was pretty fast and tight.
That's a good way
very
to say
stressful.
It. Yes.
But here it's more like, you know, kind of a relaxed mood. So I can say it is helping the process of the inspiration rather than being inspiring. Like, I'm not like gonna go to the nature and feel something like, I got a song coming out right now.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes, maybe some songs are like that. Right?
But the way of your life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think that the way of life is more inspiring for me than what it used to be.
That's a great answer. I find it really weird when people say they're inspired by the nature or whatever it is to write a song or a short story.
Well,
It doesn't make sense.
But people are inspired. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
Omar, you just mentioned that you lived in Seoul, which I knew, but what could you tell us, like, one of the big differences? You have played out so much all over the mainland, in Seoul, and then also played out a lot in Jeju. What are the big differences between Jeju and Seoul for you as a musician?
They are both good. I mean, they're both good, bad. Not bad, but they have different aspects,
Sure.
right? So Seoul is more about the competition. It's more about the inspiration also, because like you meet a lot of musicians, you meet a lot of interesting people all the time, and you have more chances to play in different places. And it's like about this whole big city that is endless opportunities, right? But it drained me a little bit. It's like kind of like it's too much energy to spend, and when you're up, and then when you get down, there is no place to kind of how can I say,
like, retreat,
to get some resources again. Yes, like to
you
to get your energy back.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not easy, but it's very interesting, and it's very challenging at the same time.
Yeah.
But here in Jeju, it's more about the relaxed kind of life. There is nobody who's gonna push you. There is, it's a small community. It's a big island, but it's a small world. It's a small community, so everybody knows everybody.
Agreed.
And it's different, yes. And I liked it. It's funny. Like, I just went to Seoul like last weekend, and I played a little gig there, and it was really interesting because I could feel how it's full of. The city was full of artists, and like people are trying to make something new, and they give you that kind of respect.
Right.
But here in Jeju now, it's like I feel like I know everybody now, and I'm just like this dude, but Jeju also is beautiful, and we have something here that nobody has everywhere in the world. We have something special that it has, like, it's an island. But people think it's an island. It's like happy vibe, and no, it's not like that. No. It's an island with that. Also, there's like a darker side in Jeju that you can really feel, and that's also inspiring. Talking about inspiration,
swinging it back to that last question, and also Omar, you being able to meet new people is really important. But one of the things I really have appreciated about you and your connections in the music world is you and your friends and your band members have brought a lot of musicians down to Jeju that us Jeju people would never have gotten a chance to really see play out a lot, to get to know as friends. A lot of my musical friends are because of you and Taehoon and those guys, because you would invite them down to have jam sessions, and the times we've had have been really cool. So you guys have really grown, is that the right word? Grown the Jeju musical scene, like, for the years and years, so that's cool. Yeah, it's another added part of the good Jeju vibe, I think.
I think things just happen kind of naturally because since I was playing in Seoul, and I do a lot of people there, and I want to share what it is here, because when people enjoy here music, it's totally different from Seoul too. It's like people really get into it, and it's not only about the music itself. It's about, like, when you finish the music and then you interact with the people, and you kind of like enjoy that kind of life.
On Jeju, it's like that.
On Jeju, it's a whole vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
And you drink, and then the next day you have a gupta or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's beautiful. It's nice.
There's a lot of festivals.
It's the whole experience.
Yeah.
It's not only about just playing music. So I wanted to kind of play here and play there, and bring these two worlds together.
That's wonderful.
And
as a musician, as someone who performs live, how has the pandemic affected you as a musician and affected your band and your music?
And your music, musically. I feel like that giggle is
it's telling
that I play music.
It's crazy. Jesus.
It's just because but it's also a really good thing too, because it made me realize about some other things that I never thought about. I figured out that being a musician is not about just playing music and creating music, but it's also this interaction between you and the audience. And so nowadays, what's happening is like there is a lot of streaming. It's like you go and then you're gonna play a concert by front of a camera, and like you feel like you just play, but for nobody. Even though you know it's gonna be for people afterwards, but it's like you play with no feedback.
Yeah,
there is no energy flow. It's just like going one way.
Yep.
And it's really dry. And the worst thing is that it's gonna be on camera and it's gonna be there forever. It's just like, no. Like,
how does that?
So we try. Yeah.
How does that change from doing like a recording then, though?
The recording is different because the recording you just think about the sound and like and then you're gonna work on the recording afterwards. You're gonna mix it. You're gonna put the details on. You can redo it again, right? Like if it's not really satisfying, you can just do another take. But the video, it's
that's it.
You got one take, you have to do it,
right?
And you gotta think about all of this stuff, like
is like you have to look enthused and into it, and like and there's no reason, like there's nobody cheering you on.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, it's not even cheering. It's just like this thing that you can see on people's eyes. It's just like you can feel that somebody's enjoying your music, and I think that is what is not what is a musician, but it's a part of being a musician. Is that you feel that you are doing something right when you see the people are really enjoying that music. Then it's like like you feel good about what's going on there, and so these days we're trying to kind of trick that. So whenever we're gonna have some video shooting or something like that, I'm call some friends and just be like behind the camera, kind of like
you guys like do this. Well,
faking it a little bit.
Omar, that's interesting you're saying too, because I have found listening to you guys over the years, there have been times with your music, especially some of the more psychedelic stuff, you guys tend to go more internal than out. That's maybe not the right way to say it because I'm not a musician, but when I've watched you as an audience, it's been you guys as musicians in. But that show that I just recently saw you guys at, that was a whole nother vibe of watching you guys. You guys were really interacting with the audience, and there was a real connection. Yeah. It was really cool. Was that because it had been so long since you played out, or is that the new?
Exactly.
Okay. It was really, the vibe was so intense. Yeah.
We miss that so much that it's like, oh, please, people, we're gonna do this again.
Come on, yeah.
I think from now on we're gonna be really grateful about every concert. I mean, we are already grateful with every concert, but I think at some point you kind of tend to take things for granted.
Yes.
Just like playing here and there, and then getting tired, and so it's been such a long time that we didn't have this kind of interaction.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Yeah.
We had a concert long time ago in Eric's shack. The
chicken shack.
And I think that was the best concert that I've had in my life.
That was so fun.
Of that vibe we could only have here in Jeju.
Can you give a little bit of context? When was this?
This was three years ago.
Two something. 2 years ago, I think, like 2 summers.
Well, one interesting thing about that setting, Darryl, is that also it's not a setting. It's not. It's just a abandoned building that our friends, and then the audience is just right on top of you. There's no place for the band to like back up into themselves. Like the audience is just right there. You don't have a choice but to be one big group. We're all musicians, partaking.
And it was all illegal, kind of like we were in for the police to come out at any time, which was really exciting too. Yeah. So it's like you play with this fire, and it was beautiful. It was. I think that was one of the best. So I guess Jeju can have this kind of like really shiny moments that.
We just need to create them. Yeah.
How does the pandemic then make you a better performer? Practicing in front of the camera and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the pandemic made me kind of get off from music a little bit. Like I started to do other jobs to kind of
exist.
Live.
Yeah, exactly.
Exist, right?
Yeah.
And and then it made me miss so much music.
Yeah.
Like inside of me, I know something is burning, and I know I have to answer it sometime, but it's just there is no chance. There is no concerts. There is no stuff. Nothing is going on. So, but once I'm trying now to get back to it, it's like a tsunami or something. It's like the whole. Like a dam full of water, and he just opened that, and it's like a gush, like coming up.
That's so cool.
So that's I think that's the lesson that I got from the pandemic. I mean, it's still going on; it didn't finish anyways.
I think even I don't mean to keep referencing this, but because it was actually the only music that we've had in so long, it was your band and another band right before the next big batch of COVID numbers hit Jeju. We had this 2-week period of several musicians playing out, and even what you're describing as a musician was exactly what the audience was feeling. It was like a dam. Everybody just kept looking at each other like, "Oh, it's all happening."
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it was such a cool.
Everybody is how can I say appreciating that what they had before, and now suddenly nobody can go to concerts, nobody can go to festivals,
see
and
friends.
Then suddenly now people start to realize, like, oh, God damn, this stuff was really good, and then we didn't know. It's not about our music or anything like that. Just the gathering between the people and enjoying the music together has something really human about it from thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's in our DNA. We need that kind of thing, but it just now everybody just gonna watch stuff on the screen,
right? And stuff. It's good. I'm glad people were doing that, like your band. I'm glad people were offering music that way. But it is not. I actually had goosebumps when you said that, because it was so powerful. I mean, just being, I knew I missed live music, but until you're listening to live music again, you don't know how much something was wrong in your life until it was back again. It was really powerful. Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Where we're
So we're like,
we kind of like when something kind of gets I don't know, like kind of easygoing and things, like we kind of take it for granted, and we kind of you miss something until it's not there anymore, right?
Exactly.
So how could I'm not even sure if improved is the right word, but where do you see the music scene on Jeju going?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
And also, how would you describe the music scene on Jeju? Maybe you kind of already did that a bit, though.
I think you kind of did it, yeah.
So where do you see it going?
The music scene here in Jeju. Well, okay. I think maybe I can explain this regarding the whole of South Korea, right?
Okay.
So it's like if you see Seoul as a big monster, a big hub of art, of music, of everything else, right? So that's where it's going on. Like if you want to break through, you gotta go there,
right?
But there are also other spots that they're kind of really interesting too. So there's like Busan, there's like other cities too, Gwangju, But what I feel is that people try to kind of not mimic, but like whatever is going on in Seoul, whenever something new comes up, they will try to kind of try something similar in other places. So if there's like a rock music there, then there's going to be another rock music here. There's going to be a reggae band there, then they're going to create another reggae band here. But in Jeju, I think they have their unique
places
aspect, kind of unique feel about the bands. So there are many artists from Seoul that they are moving to Jeju, and that's what happened to me too.
Yep.
So you got like all these kind of artists. Somehow they only meet because they are all together in Jeju, and there is an interaction there which makes something also unique about Jeju.
Right.
So, and it's an island and it's beautiful, so it's really charming for people to come play here, and also the music here is going to develop, of course, because there are really good bands here in Jeju already. They create some really unique vibes about them that it's not compared to the mainland. I'm not saying it's better or worse; it's just different. Yes.
No, continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We have a little bit of lag.
And there is also something really interesting happening here in Korea, in Jeju. The interaction between the foreigners and the Korean musician. It's happening more than actually in other places.
That's cool.
Of course, there are many foreigners who are interacting, but there is like a split. You can always feel the Hyundai scene there, the Korean kind of style, and then you're gonna go to Itaewon and Hibancheon, you're gonna find these foreign communities playing different stuff, but they don't interact that much. But here, because you don't have a choice, you're gonna have to go for somebody who's gonna play, because I need a bassist. Or so I gotta have to find somebody, and that's the thing, because it's interesting. It's a really good.
That's dead on.
Good thing happening in Jeju that it's not happening anywhere.
Yeah, that's really accurate.
It's actually kind of touristic. I mean, it's not kind of. It's touristic island, so there are many opportunities to play these kind of small gigs, playing above tourists and this kind of thing. So they have chances to play music live, and it's a good thing, and I hope it will get better, and then we can have some strong kind of identity about the Jeju artists in general, and which is already happening.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a really unique point about Jeju. Really unique, yeah.
Could you suggest some Jeju bands that you like for our listeners? Because I'm not sure if many people know a lot of specifically Jeju bands other than South Carnival.
Yeah,
who are great. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just the most popular.
Are great. They're great. And then I like the fact that they kind of switch their music focus lately into Afrobeat.
I also like that. It's so fun. It's so fun. Yeah.
So kind of like respect that, and it's really, really nice. There is. I think it's more about individuals.
Yeah.
I like the individuals here in Jeju too. And then all these individuals, they have also different kind of projects going on, right? So they will play with this guy, because it's a small island in a way. So there's also our guitarist Ojinu, who's like playing with other people too.
So talented.
There is Eric Fileta, who plays like reggae. He's trying his best to like play with different people and bring in the reggae vibe into Korea.
Definitely trying to get inspired these days.
Right. Yes. So yes, there are many good bands. I think there is the Parasol Wave these days. Is kind of a new band. Like
they're so
a
great.
Year ago,
I'm gonna go see them on Sunday.
Yes, they're really good, really smooth. They're getting into this kind of Kwanbin sort of kind of new.
I feel like it's surf, like to me, like it feels like a surf. They're like a cool surf band.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
if you know like who is Kwanbin. They're from Texas.
Yeah.
Really good band.
Yeah.
And many people are kind of getting that kind of vibe these days. And
there's plenty of music out there on Jeju if you just look, and if you my big hint for our listeners would be like find the venues on Instagram and follow these venues on Instagram and see the shows that are coming up. Of course, now no shows are happening yet again, but
you know what I really wish is to make a magazine or a pamphlet that that we can distribute in the airports and saying like the underground culture of Jeju, because there is an underground culture.
100%.
It's not just a touristic thing. That's one of my wishes. Maybe you can make one.
I mean, it's not even, I'm a newspaper man. I could put that together for you.
Yeah. That would be really cool, man. I would help you out, tell you like what's going on around the island, so people can just go like kind of like a gig touring or something like that. It would be really fun.
I like it.
And that's one idea. But I feel kind of sorry because like a lot of people, they just come here to Jeju as a tourists. But I think a lot of people, they come to Jeju and they feel like they are in another country, even though it's South Korea. But it would be really awesome to give them that experience that it is kind of another country. It's like a totally different kind of mood. And then give them a try of these underground things going on everywhere. Not really underground.
Right.
It's just like not really mainstream popping up on the.
When I think of underground, I think of like the CD bars that I used to go back to in Toronto. That where you got to be careful, you're gonna get stabbed. But in Jeju, by underground, we just mean like those really nice guys over there that we don't really know very much about right now.
Yeah.
probably just want to give you a shot of soju or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
They just want to be your friends, man.
Yeah.
Yes, this will be your
Yeah, they
friends.
just want to be friends. Omar, this has been so amazing.
It's been great. Yeah. We're going to have you back on again. Thank you so much for being with us. This has been really enlightening, especially for me. I don't know anything about music. I'm not.
Yeah, Darryl's Darryl doesn't get out much, so I'm more like he's always asking me like, what's going on, what's happening, and I think a lot of people are like that, but more and more, like I said, my biggest hint is to go on Instagram, follow these clubs, and that's the sure way, and then just go to them. You can go solo here. That's what's so great about Jeju. You can show up by yourself. You will walk out with 10 new friends in Jeju because people are just that friendly, you know. So
and so now you guys can get the EP Sunshine pretty much anywhere where music is streaming. It's by Omar and the Eastern Power. Now
we're gonna play a song.
Now we're going out.
We're gonna end this. We're gonna end our new. Let me say that again. We're gonna start a new segment and Omar, you're gonna be our pilot. Session. So what we're doing now is all our sessions, all of our podcasts, we're going to end with a different Jeju artist and different song from a different Jeju artist.
Yeah.
So Omar and the Eastern Power is going to be our first. Well, how do I say that, Darryl? Our first trial.
First song.
Yeah.
First song that we're gonna play. Play us out.
Sometimes I can't speak English. Sometimes.
All right. Well, this has been me, you, and Jeju. I'm Darryl. With me, of course,
Alexis.
And our music is by I can't believe I just
Omar and the Eastern.
But they were ending with Omar and the Eastern Power, and artist by Sarah Hodgkiss. Until next time, being me, you, and Jeju. Ciao.
Ciao.
Such an honor.